Hello, audience. This is Okie Diecast. It's Friday night. It's time to party with Hot Wheels. We had a diecast show last weekend. I thought it might be a good time to show you guys a little of what we like to call hauls in the diecast world. A haul, a weekly haul. Like you're hauling the island tour, mystery model. What could you haul with that? That's a pretty cool little pickup. Came out of a mystery pack. I think it's one of the chases. Kind of some flowery looking details. Orange island truck. I'm not sure where I got that one. It wasn't this last weekend, but I did go to a show here in Oklahoma, but I didn't get this there. I found this at Target. It's a new team transport. It's part of this series, Alfa Romeo 155 V6 Ti. Fleet Flyer, the 61 Impala, the 72 ramp truck, 70 Rover P6 Group 2, and a high HW Hot Wheel Rally hauler. Okay, this is the one I wanted. I don't really buy these team transports unless it's something that I really want. And my knife is so dull, this video may get bloody. I usually try to cut these blisters off, especially hard when your knife is dull and you're trying to do it around a camera that's sitting on a tripod. Don't try this at home. Gosh, I really need to sharpen this knife. It's awful. Okay. Cut it off of there. If you like saving the cards like I do. Here's the models coming out of the plastic. Toss that off to the side. Toss that off to the side. That is a really cool truck. I'd have to say this is one of my favorite trucks that they've made. Lots of detail on the front. 1973 C20 on the license plate. Look at those wheels. I love the wheels on this truck. I just love the way it looks with the wheels on this truck. And here's the Impala. 61 metal base, uncoated, vintage racing, El Segundo Chevrolet 409. Got the speakers in the back dash. You don't see that anymore, do you? Nice white steelies on slicks. Isn't that a sharp model? You know, I think Hot Wheels just does a really good job. Just a really clean job with all these little 164. And they should, because they've been in the business forever doing it. Bought that at Target, guys, not at the show. Put that off to the side. I'm going to save that one for a little bit later. I've got a Duluth bag. I'm just going to quickly go through stuff out of this Duluth bag. I try to use these Duluth bags when I go to the show because they're cardboard. And so the models can stay intact. Here's some couple of models I got. Not sure if I'll open these or not. Porsche Boxster Spiders. This is new models, lots of card rash. He had them marked for $10 a piece. And then he turned around and gave them to me for $1 a piece. Can you believe that? There was one of these at the show that had a pink windshield on it, rather than this clear windshield, and they were asking $5, and I passed on that one. Would have been a nice variation to have, but I went back for it after I got these at $1 a piece because I thought it would average out pretty good. But somebody had already bought it. Got this one. This is a Bedlam. This is a little car that my son collects. He started racing it when he was really, really young. And I had never seen this one until it came to that show. And the funny thing is he found one in a loose bin for 50 cents. I'd never seen it before this last show in person, and we see two of them. He found the one with the rash on it that had been played with in the loose bin. We were really excited about that one, and then we found this one for $2, and then we really got excited. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm a big GT40 fan, and I've been looking for this Walgreen exclusives. Did I give $5 for that? I must have gave $5 for it. I could have went $3. Usually I try to get them lower than what's marked, but this is just a carded version that I hadn't had yet of the GT40 yellow red line Walgreens 2-pack. I've seen them online before, but never done anything on them. I'm not a CRX guy, but I just love the deco on this thing. That paint, the striping on the bottom, the graphics. I picked it up. Picked one up just to keep in my private collection. Got some new Dodge Challengers that I hadn't previously got. Didn't have. Showed that I didn't have them in my database. This is like a 2008 new model, gunmetal gray with the OH5s. This looks like a Heat Fleet 12. Is that 2012? 2012 concept. This is SRT8. This is a concept. But any of these modern Challenger castings I collect. Didn't have either one of those things. See what else. Also found another 08 SRT8 from the 2009 main lines. Pretty cool. Some of these cars I might have may have loose, but I needed a carded one. Picked up two of these. This is the newest SRT Dodge Challenger. Like I said, I try to collect all these. We'll do a showcase on the Dodge Challenger one of these days, but been waiting on these. I think I got these for $5 for both of those. Have yet to see that 55 anniversary set in any stores. Have no idea where they're going. Here's another 09. This kind of goes with that other 09. Where's the other 09? There we go. Two 09s. Not sure which one came first, but we got an original and a recolor. Kind of cool to see these after all those years. 09, 19, 14 years ago. 14-year-old, there's a pair. They go nice together when you have them on a card. I thought I had these, but they weren't showing up in my database, and there was a guy selling main lines for 50 cents a piece. This may be one of those things where you forget what you got in your collection. If I do have them, that'll be okay. All right. I love finding good stuff on 10 packs. Here's a 10 pack. The sticker says $10. I think I negotiated down to $5 about midday on this one, but it's World Racers 2. It is got 1998 on the back for the copyright, so maybe this is 1999, circa 1999 5-pack. Looks like we got some kind of police vehicle with a roll cage. Not sure what casting that is. Could be a Mercedes something. That looks like a Tiburon or something. I have no clue. Never seen that one before. Don't know what it is. This is the reason I really bought it. The 5-dot Lamborghini with the orange windows. 50th anniversary Countach. My son collects Countachs. So I bought this whole 5-pack just for that one car. And he'll probably open it up and it'll be a loose. It'll go into his loose Lamborghini collection. Got another 5-pack that says 10 on it. Muscle Mania. I didn't give 10 for it. I think I gave 7. I think I negotiated down to 7. 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. The SRT8, of course, is what I bought it for. But there's a Ford Torino. There's the Mustang Boss 302 Laguna Seca and a 73 Pontiac Fireball. How about that 5-pack? That is a cool one, ain't it? And I'll probably open it. But this is what I bought it for. Challenger. But I gotta say, I think this Trans Am is pretty cool. Maybe I'll open these on video later. And there's another 5-pack in there. Holy moly. Chrome Burners gift pack from 2002 on the back, so maybe 03. This is a crazy thing. Crazy one. Can you guys guess why I bought this one? Let's review. There they are together, right there. He didn't have this blue Bedlam out of the multi-pack with the flames. He's got the chrome version. There's a chrome version of this one. He didn't have that one. Or he didn't have this one. He had the chrome version. Look at the rest of these crazy cars. Chrome Burners. Train. A truck. Some kind of crazy fantasy castings that I know nothing about. We'll take that one out and put it in a loose collection. That was a lot. Oh, that's not all that I got from the show. I got some loose cars. This one I got really excited about. I picked it up. It was really heavy. I collect these old 308 Ferraris. Race Bait 308. This one was missing some paint, but I had never seen this color. There's a green one out of a playset, but it's not this dark. And I thought, wow, I'll just pick it up. I only paid a couple bucks for it. But I started thinking about it at the show, and there's no Ferrari symbol on the front of that thing. Usually there's a Ferrari symbol right there in the middle on the hood in the front. And it looks like it has silver paint underneath it. It felt a little heavy. And then I started looking closer, and of course you guys can see what's the deal is. Now the rivets have been drilled out. So this was an old custom that somebody did. It's not a real release. And it looked like they just painted over that silver paint. So, a little bit of a disappointment because I was thinking it was one that I'd never seen before. And here's probably what it was before it got painted. I gave $3 for this one loose, but look at that. It is there's a Ferrari symbol. It is a mint specimen, and I had one of these that had a little bit of rash on it. Let's see. Yep, Hot Wheels. But this one is mint. Race bait 308. I have a bunch of these. I don't have them all. I just pick them up when I can find them at good prices. Nice heavy casting from a different era. Early 80s. Late 70s, early 80s. Metal base. 5 spokes. Pretty cool casting. Yeah, so anytime there's a 308 loose that I can get for cheap. Now this one, here's a race bait 308. Let's look at the bottom of this thing. Nothing on there. Malaysia. This one is a Hong Kong base. A little bit different. It's only got one rivet on the bottom. There's another big difference here. See the difference on the chin? It's got a little bit of a casting there. Metal, and this one doesn't. This one just has the base just curves up on the chin. I got this one for about $3. It's an old black wall. This may have been the first one. This may be the first edition. I got it for $3. I thought it was in pretty good shape. Sometimes the wheels on these things, I don't exactly know what they did, but the wheels just, on these old 308s, this isn't the only one I've ever seen this happen on, but the wheels are just kind of all askew. They didn't line them up in the wheel well. I have no idea. Does it look like, it looks like the axle maybe? I don't know how the axles were put together. I don't know if that can be fixed if you took it apart or what. It does have a little bit of a paint. It's missing some paint. It's not completely mint. Right there on that fender. Right there. It's amazing what you can see when you start putting these things in front of cameras. The camera can pick out all the little defects that you can't see with your naked eye. Or at least that's my experience. So I got this one, and the counterfeit. But they all look good together. I mean, I'll keep this one in my collection. It's a good story. Nothing else. Okay, that leads us to our big find from our last video. I have not gone through the whole of my collection of my GT40s, the Hot Wheels GT40s yet. I've gone through a lot of Ford GTs, but not this Hot Wheels Ford GT40. I will at some point, but this is a very rare one. All I can say is that it's very, very rare. It's from about 2012. It wasn't released that much in the US. They're hard to find. If you can find them. I remember seeing them at a Kohl's here in Oklahoma. And I passed on it at the time because they were expensive. They were like $3 or $4, but they had metal bases. and crazy colors. And there was only 2 licensed castings, I think, in this whole set. And one of them was a Ford GT40. The other one was the GTX. Ford GTX. So I have both of these loose in my collection. The Ford GTX is in really, really good shape. I think I went over this one when I talked about the GTX when I showcased it. But I bought this one years and years ago, loose, and the wheels all have trouble. And the paint's got problems. You can see it there. Definitely been played with. It's got paint rash there. It just doesn't roll. It doesn't want to roll. The wheels are kind of messed up. If you look, they got plastic wheels and they got skinnies. The wheels are supposed to be special. These are supposed to be really fast cars. Anyway, I had this piece. I wasn't happy with it, but I was happy that I had a loose car in my collection. And then I found this online. These don't really come up. You don't see them come up very often. There's just not very many of them out here. And if you do see them, they're somewhere overseas. They're not in the States. There's a guy that was selling them out of the Philippines, Mexico. I think this one came from Canada. This card's got a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Look at all the problems on the card. It's been torn up. It's missing cardboard. It's all the edges have rash on it. There's the honeycomb wheel, high-speed wheels, HW race. If you run into this set, usually it's described as a high-speed wheel track stars. Is that what that? Yeah, track stars. Track stars, high-speed wheel. So I have one of these on the card, completely mint. So this is the second one of these that I've acquired on the card. Some of these go for about $1,000 if you can find them on the card. I didn't pay that much. I didn't pay near that much. I didn't pay but a fraction of that cost for this one. Because the card is so bad. Basically, you're just buying a car that you're going to open loose. But I wanted to see, and here goes. I'm going to open it on camera. That blister was just ready to come off. I'm going to see if this model is any better. It is missing some paint down on the white side, down low. But I don't know if that was from... It's got some rash there on the windshield from bouncing around in the blister for so long. That back wheel looks just a little bit different. Maybe it's just that that's got all the... What in the world? Look at that. Yeah, this night guy's head is completely gone on this one. There's a little knight up there in the white that is completely missing on this one that I used to have. And he's almost rubbed off back there on the quarter panel. Definitely in better shape. Definitely in better shape. And how do the wheels go? Wheels all seem okay. So, This is an upgrade from this one. Don't you guys think? I might add this one to eBay, sell it loose, see what I can get out of it. But if you see it on there, this is a really, really rare GT40. It's probably the most valuable GT40 that Hot Wheels has made. They made the Gulf RLC release. That one carded usually is about, can go anywhere from $500 to $800, more than that if it's a low number. You see those all the time on eBay. You never see these. A carded version of this card, if it's in good shape, mint, could go in excess of $1,000. It is a ugly, ugly car. Don't you think? Crazy that one of the ugliest GT40s is the one that is worth the most money. Isn't that crazy? All right, guys, there they are. My little weekly haul. I'm going to see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.